I think with all mountaineering, the key to being a successful mountaineer is that you need to be light and fast. And on some of the trips that I've been on to, like we went to Mount Everest, within the first week of being there, somebody had died. They'd suffered acute mountain sickness. And you know, it's a dreadful awakening and realization of the risk that you're dealing with when you go to these places. You see, the obstacles and the struggles and the challenges of mountaineering are multi-dimensional, because you have everything from malnutrition, dehydration, frostbite. There are all the objective dangers that come with it, the avalanches, the crevasses. There are all those kind of things, but determinedly the most important thing, I think, is what goes on in your head and how determined and how much will you have to get yourself up a mountain to the top and get yourself back safely. More recently, and over the last 9 years, I've been running regular expeditions to Kilimanjaro. So I take people along. What I do is I look out for their health, because the problem that you face climbing Kilimanjaro is that you go to altitude very rapidly. You know, you hear a lot of people say that Kilimanjaro is a real doddle. Well, it's a fair trek and a doddle up until the high camp, but the last night that takes you up to the summit to nearly an altitude of 6,000 meters is quite tough. The attrition rate, or the fallout rate on Kilimanjaro, is quite high because people get acute mountain sickness. And what I do is I go along as the food Gestapo. You eat and drink your way up the mountain. And my task really is to make sure that people are healthy and well, and that they have enjoyable summits. The wonderful thing about the Ruwenzori is that you start in Wellingtons and you thrash through bog for about a week, and then after that you get onto the rock and then onto the glacier. You navigate in a place where you feel like you're a pioneer. You feel like you're the only person in the world. You don't see anybody for 2 weeks. It is the wildest place on earth, and a great place to bond with a bunch of great guys over a great challenge. Mountaineering is also a hell of a lot about being patient, because when the weather's bad, you use that as an opportunity to hunker down and to recover. And sometimes you can spend, you know, up to a week in a tent.
Yeah, this is our 8th consecutive day sitting in base camp. Man.
There are lots of things that test you mentally, and you know, it's a difficult thing to manage, is the issue of mental fatigue. You know, you always feel like you're being drawn back to a place of relative comfort, but you got to hang in the breeze, and you got to realize that sooner or later things will improve, and hopefully you get to the top of the mountain, have the relief, raise the flag, capture the images, and then head home to the celebration. It's all about the celebration.